students. She one of yours, Kundi?
Yes, she is.
Nice. All right.
Good job with that national anthem.
Great national anthem, and now we're getting ready for the starting lineups. We'll begin with the visiting Cedar Reds.
So yeah, for Cedar, they're starting tonight. Number 2, Braylee Peterson, and then the gal that Rarick mentioned, number 10, Haley Campbell. Grace Morales, a senior, starting at a forward position. And then number 15, JC Mezer. And then Cedar rounds out their starting lineup with number 25, Abby Davis, and she's the one you want to look out for tonight. She's their shooter, their big-time scorer.
All right, now the lights go down. And that familiar tune, Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle. What do you feel when you hear this song, Kundi?
Dude, it takes me back to high school, the 80s. I love this.
Oh,
I get the best intros in the region.
I get so jacked up hearing this song. So the starting lineup for the Warriors. Guard is going to be number 2, McKenna Staley. She's a senior. Number 13 is Taylin Whitehead. She's somebody that Coach Roden mentioned who has been a key contributor this season in the turnaround. She's also a senior. Number 4, familiar last name, Liv Kundi.
Yeah, Coach Roden talked about her too, trying to learn a new position this year, and is doing a pretty good job for him.
Number 32 is the sophomore, Natalie Olson. She's also the leading scorer, averaging just over 10 points per game this year. And then the second leading scorer and rounding out the starting lineup for the Warriors is number 24, Tyler Mooring.
Yeah, Coach Roden talked about Tyler early in the pregame conversation we had, so that he really wants to look to get her some more shots today. That was more opportunities to score.
One of the big turnarounds when they started making the games more competitive is when Tyler started looking for a shot a little bit more often. Sometimes it's we've both coached multiple sports, and I used to coach these girls, and one of the things that I recognize that's tough for them is to shift roles. Go from being a role player one year to needing to be a little. For them, they feel like it's a little bit selfish, but it's actually what the team needs is for somebody to create their own shots or look for more shots.
Yeah, very true. And with Tyler, when she's on balance, she's a really good shooter. When she tends to get rushed and hurry herself, things tend to get a little more difficult for her.
All right, Cedar wins the jump ball, and they're bringing it across half court. Looks like there's a little over the top pass for 2 points. A great set play right off the bat for the Cedar Reds. Whitehead brings the ball down the floor, sets up the offense. Motion offense. Another over the top pass down to Mooring. She kicks it out to Whitehead. Long on the three-pointer. Cedar with the rebound coming back across half court. Looks like Cedar's point guard is Braylee Peterson.
Yeah, that's number 2 right there for them.
Cedar's moving into, they started off in a 1-4 set. And now they enter the ball into the low post. They're double teamed. We've got some extra action down there and a foul. So Cedar comes out with a pretty good offensive set off the bat. What do you think, Kundi?
That's Taylin Whitehead picking up her first foul, and good set play run by Cedar on that first one, and Warriors kind of got caught on that back screen.
It looks like that's a little bit what Coach Roden was talking about, having disciplined defensive positioning. Sometimes it's really hard not to want to just look at the ball the entire time, but if you don't see the opposite side of the floor, you don't see the movement there.
Yeah, and a lot of that with your defensive can be communication. The better the teams can communicate with each other, the better they can collectively become a good defensive group.
Number 15 on Cedar gets an illegal screen called against her, so just like that, Snow Canyon gets the ball right back. Taylon's bringing the ball across half court, looking to get into the offense for the Warriors. We start with a pass over to the wing to Staley. Staley over to Olson. Olson over to Mooring. We got a lot of movement. Mooring down the middle, kicks it out to Staley. Staley with a 3 and hits it.
Great penetration from Tyler to get down into that Warrior head logo in the key.
That's exactly what Coach Roden was talking about. That ball moved from side to side, and then we got attacked a gap. Tyler drew a double team. She drew the help, kicked it out for a wide open shooter. We've actually had 2 looks like that from Tyler right off the bat. Snow Canyon came out with a little bit of a soft press trying to slow Cedar down. Cedar gets it across half court, gets into their offense, and looks like Natalie Olson will pick up a foul playing with her hands, put both hands on the player.
Nice to see Kenna Staley hit her first shot. I know her family quite well, and she's been working on that hands ready, catch and shoot kind of stuff. So to see that first one fall could be a good sign for the Warriors.
And as cliche as it sounds, like shot making is the difference between winning and losing games. If you can make open shots, you're going to win. Cedar attacks down the left side, puts up a shot a little long in an attempt to get her own rebound. 15 gets a second foul on the rebound attempt, and Coach Nielsen calls for a quick sub. A little less than 2 minutes into the game, the score is 3-2, the Warriors lead. Natalie Olson about to inbound. Staley and Whitehead, the guards in the backcourt, and Cedar, it looks like they are implementing what appears to be a man-to-man press. A little cross screen.
Megan Allred comes in for the Reds, replacing Mezer with those 2 fouls.
Whitehead attacks the elbow, kicks it out to Mooring. Mooring back to Whitehead. Whitehead attacks down the middle. Looked like she was attempting to throw a dump pass to Cundy, but lost it. Luckily, it goes off the Reds and out of bounds. Warriors setting up under their own basket to inbound. Whitehead out to Olson. Olson in the corner for a 3, in and out. Another good shot set up by the pass from Whitehead and the screen from Mooring. Cedar brings the ball down the sideline. Now they're in their half-court set. Staley defending out on the perimeter. Cedar sets a little cross-screen action in the post, and then it turns into a double screen.
Good switch.
Yep. A lot of contact right there. The refs are letting go. Ooh.
That's her second.
It's so hard not to want to go for that ball when you see it, but especially when you've got when you've already got an early foul, it's important to be able to play with your feet instead of your hands. So Taylor's going to take a break, and Makari Wong into the game. Cedar inbounding from their baseline. Staley knocks it out of bounds, and now Cedar will inbound from the sideline.
Yeah, Makari's a junior for the Warriors, starts JV at the point guard position, so it's a pretty good substitution for the Warriors.
Yeah, and plays a lot of varsity as well. Cedar inbounds it into their backcourt and brings it into the front court, and we've got, it looks like we're hedging those high ball screens just to try to slow down that dribbler. It looks like Cedar wants to come off those ball screens and attack the basket, so Snow Canyon's doing a pretty good job of it, dragging that out to the perimeter, but unfortunately, we commit yet another foul. It's the 4th foul for the Warriors, and we still have 5:30 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes into this game, and we've already got 6 fouls.
Yep, and it looks like, a couple more, and Cedar's going to be shooting free throws for the rest of the half, which when we talk about getting easy shots, it doesn't get much easier than free throws since they cannot be defended. Natalie Olson with the steal, dribbling in traffic, never quite got a hold of it, and ends up going out of bounds with it. It's an almost play right there. We got the steal, almost had control of it, never quite got control.
Something that's difficult for kids at the high school level is when those loose balls are around, grab it with 2 hands.
2 hands.
They want to dribble it off the bounce, and it's just too difficult.
Yep. Cedar penetrates the middle, kicks out to the corner. Shot sails long, and the rebound sails off of a Cedar defender or offensive player, and Snow Canyon gets the ball to inbound underneath their own basket. It is going to be an issue if our guards get into trouble if Cedar continues to press. Wong brings the ball across half court, kicks it to Olson. Olson splits the defense and puts a runner off the glass that rolls off the rim. Cedar back in transition now, going the other direction, kicks it back. A 3 from the wing. Long, great position by Natalie Olson for the rebound. She gets it to Wong, and Wong is back across half court. We got a drag screen right there from Olson. Mooring attacks the middle, kicks it to Kenna. We've seen this play before. Nice rebound by Cundy. Kicks it back out to Wong, and Snow Canyon's moving the ball well. We attack and kick. Staley with another attempt at 2, and boom goes the dynamite.
It's a second 3 for McKenna tonight.
I like plays like that when they weren't settling for the 3, but it was the available option, and they gave it back to the girl who just missed. It was like she got her bearings off the first shot and then put the second one in.
And the Warrior offense is doing a really good job of creating good penetration angles. They're getting deep into that key, and it's creating some wide open shots for them right now.
Cedar hits a long 2 from the short corner. Well, I guess it's the long corner if I called it a long 2. Olson attacks, kicks to Staley. Staley attacks the elbow. Looked like she was trying to get the ball to Cundy, and it's deflected and stolen by the Reds. The Reds back in half court. We're still in a kind of a mid-transition game. They enter to the post, and a turnaround shot is good for number 30 on the Reds. Megan Allred. Makari bringing the ball across half court, facing that man-to-man pressure that Cedar has been playing the entire game. Swings it over to Olsen on the wing. Olsen sees a Mooring cut down the middle. Enters it to, or Staley tries to enter it to Mooring. It's deflected out to Wong. Wong back to Mooring. And Mooring is called for a travel. Looks like she tried to Euro step right there, but the defender read it and cut her off at the pass. So what are our thoughts so far halfway through this first quarter, Kundi?
You know what? I think the Warriors are doing a pretty good job handling that full court pressure. You haven't seen any full court turnovers, and their penetration is creating some good shot opportunities for them. You know, defensively, they're kind of leaving Cedar open a little bit. They've had a few good, easy looks like Coach Nelson wanted. So I think communication defensively help them out a little bit. There's that backdoor play again they ran.
Same play, and they almost had it, just the pass was off. They would have got a layup right there. Another travel called on the Reds, and Snow Canyon will inbound the ball.
So during that interlude right there, the Warriors subbed in a couple new players. The freshman, Tapasa, came in, and Leia Loud just checked in along with
Ann Dunkley.
Ann Dunkley, yeah.
Little over halfway through the first quarter, and the score is all tied up at 6 apiece. And another foul called. That's 7 total in the game so far, and we still have a quarter and a half to play. Oh. And there is the first turnover. You cursed them, Kundi, and they were not able to inbound the ball, but luckily Mooring gets back and defends the layup attempt, and Snow Canyon is in a secondary break opportunity right now. Oh, seemed like that ball may have been deflected. Okay, yep, it's overruled. So one of the things, Kundi, I'm noticing is the girls are seeing the right things, but and this is a habit of kind of younger and inexperienced players, is they want to throw every pass in the air, and that's where everybody's hands are. So they're getting Cedar's getting a lot of deflections, which is exactly what Coach Nielsen called for. And it looks like if Snow Canyon can throw a few bounce passes between the defense, they might get the ball where they're wanting it to go.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe even use a little ball fake. Get these over-aggressive Reds to jump a little on some of that passing. It's a good
Mooring
transition
gets back,
there.
2-on-1 fast break for the Reds, and they convert 8-6 now. And another dangerous pass in, and a turnover for the Warriors. The Reds get the ball, and Snow Canyon gets back on defense. The Reds attack from the elbow and put the ball in. Leia Lau inbounds it into Tyler Mooring, and Tyler looks to bring it across half court herself. She's on the wing looking to attack, moves it up to Wong at the top. Wong rejects the screen, attacks the wing, goes to Dunkley. Dunkley attacks, swings it over to Mooring. Mooring is looking to break her defender down off the dribble, but is also waiting for some movement. Leia Lau attacks baseline, gets a shot up off the baseline that sails long. And on the Reds' rebound as they are initiating their break, Makari going for the steal.
Looks like they actually got that one on Tapasa, 34.
Oh, Tapasa committed that one, huh? All right, and so that with 1:33 left in the first quarter, the Warriors trail the Reds 10-6.
Warriors are applying some full court pressure now. Ryan?
Yep, and looks like Taylon Whitehead checked back in the game. It looked like after consecutive turnovers, Coach Roden decided he needed his senior point guard back in the game to try to steady the game a little bit for him. It's a good block by Leia Lau. The ball is deflected off of Tapasa out of bounds. So
Cedar's doing a good job running their offense. They got some flex action back screens going that are getting them some pretty easy looks.
And it was a good recovery by Leia Lau to block, but oftentimes, and this isn't just for that play, but in general, wouldn't you say that a lot of times block shots are the result of lapsed defensive positioning?
Yes.
So here we go. Cedar again with an over-the-top pass and a layup. They extend their lead to 6 at 12-6 with a minute to go in the first. Natalie Olsen attacks. Ball's tipped away from her. Cedar's getting those deflections. Olsen recovers, gets the ball back. Good hustle by Leia Lau. Ooh, Taylon Whitehead off of the glass a little strong with a good attack. And a scrum in the middle, and it appears as if a foul will be called on Tapasa.
Yeah, that's her second. Talon kind of got her hands in there too. Could have picked up a third. She's got to be a little bit more careful.
You can see a little bit of that coming sometimes when a player misses. Talon had a good
Wide
look at a
open
layup right there, and I think she was even a little too excited for it, so she put a little hard off the backboard and missed. And I've seen that a million times where a player will, be salivating at the opportunity to put the ball in the basket, and when they miss, they get frustrated, and then a quick foul happens after that. Warriors are late on a rotation. Cedar enters the ball into the post and puts the ball in. Cedar up 14-6, and a turnover in the backcourt leads to a fast break for the Reds, and Olsen hustles back, and in her attempt to contest the layup, commits the foul.
Yeah, the Warriors are getting hurt right now with turnovers.
And that is the 7th team foul for the Warriors, so Cedar will be shooting free throws for the remainder of the half.
Braley Peterson's the one at the line for the Reds, and Braley's torching the Warriors right now. She's got 9 of the Reds' 15 points so far.
That's exactly what Coach Nielsen talked about. Is she's doing that by she's the beneficiary of a lot of teamwork on the other end, getting deflections, because she's the point guard. She's typically going to be the one closest to her own basket. So when her teammates deflect a ball and she takes off, she often ends up being the one shooting at the other end. Whitehead attacks, initiates the contact, and puts the shot in to break the drought for the Warriors. The score is 8-6. Cedar leads with 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Cedar in the half court, little pick and pop action, and 25. Abby Davis drills the three, and that moves the score to 19-8. So what was close for about 2/3 of the first quarter results in a double-digit deficit for the Warriors. And at this time,
at the line shooting 1-1, Braley Peterson. Peterson. Jump ball, alternate possession, Cedar.
Warriors with 6:34 to go. 15-point deficit as a coach. Cundy, what are you telling the team? Give them now. This is absolutely called. Last time down to some of those cliches.
Back in for the Reds, number 12, Grace Morales.
Something that happens. That's okay. We've got time left in the game. Down 15, we can chip away at it and see what happens. I would tell my team. Hey,
Number 24, Tyler Mooring, first. 9-player team foul.
That team defense right there was much better. Being in position to take away that last pass. That was first foul of the game. But
this is the Warriors' 9th team foul. So with 5:29 left in the quarter, the Warriors are ahead. That's something that Coach Roden stresses is an important factor in the pacing game as well. The Warriors lost the pacing game with, I believe, 4 points, but pacing attack. She attacks the basket. In the NBA, they gave her that and one.
And charge number 23, Emery Harrison, her first red team foul. Judge number 30, Megan Oliver, first. Fifth team foul. Charge number 30, Megan Allred, her second, 6th team foul. Charge for that. Charge number 12, Grace Morales, her first, 7th Reds team foul. At the line, shooting 2, Natalie Olson.
More than it would confuse the opposing team. So a lot of times coaches value consistency over, over tactics. They're going to say, you can't. Coach Carter, you cannot do tactically what you want to do tactically. So if anybody bullying is wondering, why do you keep running the same play that's not working? The play's not working. Looks like we were having.
Well, charge number 4, Olivia Cundy, her second, 10th Warrior team foul. At the line, shooting 2, Brady Peterson. Judge number 24, Tyler Morgan, her second.
Honestly, if we weren't already in the double bonus, that's kind of something to live with a little bit. She was trying to beat the Cedar Grove spot. Subs in for the Warriors, seeing McKenna Staley's face on that play. I'm not sure he would have given us a travel. She thought she got called for a foul. The Reds player.
Back in for the Reds, number 10, Haley Campbell.
That's the silver lining, you know, yeah, we did it for the first half. But the silver lining is that this shot, those are the right shots. Not going in the basket, but that's the right shot. I want to shoot the right shot. I want to shoot the right shot. But we can get more reps at shooting the right shot. See their shots being Cedar with extending most of their lead through pressure. 17 points for Peterson.
Peterson.